Right. Hello, guys. It's me again. Good morning. My spirits just keep thinking about things that we need to talk about. They just keep, I keep getting inspired to talk about certain things, and I got to talk about this. So, what is really going on in the world? I know that we're in social media and people can be very, very extra, which is why there's always going to be need for fucking curses and stuff and all that bad stuff and banishings and things of that nature when you have to banish a bad spirit or bad energy. What I have noticed is that a lot of people, and I wonder if they're possessed. I think it's possession. I gotta be honest with y'all. You know what? I've seen it before. It seems like my entire life I have been watching like various chaotic energies, right? Like if you were a child growing up and there was some chaos that may have happened in your family and you're kind of just like sitting back watching it, being a kid. And now that I'm a big kid, it seems like it's all over again. Why are people I got to ask this question real quickly. What is going on with people and violence and drama? And why does it seem like all you want is peace and serenity? You know, that's all I want personally. Is peace and serenity. You know that? That's all I want. Maybe it's because of my past life where I lived that thug life 2 lifetimes ago. Think no, 3 lifetimes ago. There's been 3 lifetimes since then. Maybe that's why. You know, people want to fight, people want to argue, people want to make situations difficult, just in general. Just in general. Like if you notice and you look around you, and especially when it comes to women, I will always and forever. I've been like this my whole life and I ain't changing for nobody. This is not new. It's not, it's just how I've always been. Just a very peaceful person, very serene. You know, I swear the last almost 10 years since I've been on YouTube, I have had to raise more hell than what I actually feel that I shouldn't have to. And those of y'all that are seeking this peace and serenity, doesn't it seem like everybody else is just okay? So, as a woman, well, I'm still in my childbearing years, but when I was in my younger childbearing years, I was pregnant a lot. It seemed like back to back or either raising babies. My first instinct was to keep them away from chaos and destruction, you know? Even though I allowed them to watch scary movies, love a good scary movie on a rainy, cold night, Well, we always felt safe. I like feeling safe and secure. Maybe it's because I'm a Cancer in this life too. Cancers do not like being edged or adrenaline. Oh my God, just, and I've always been a homebody, even though it's nothing wrong with traveling. Like, if I traveled somewhere, I would probably stay at the hotel a lot, to be honest with y'all, and just enjoy the scenery and go out for restaurants and stuff like that. But that's it. But otherwise, I was always at home. Being a homemaker, I never enjoyed guns. I will never, I just decided I'll never have a gun in my house. Because I feel like guns possess people. Like they got spirits in them. Like if I had a gun in my house, it would be locked in a nice cabinet. It would be locked in a nice cabinet and it would be a shotgun. Like you know what I'm saying? But it would be kept away to where people can't see it. I don't like all this friction, violence, people doing weird stuff. Oh, girl, Jen, girl. Oh my God. Yes, I had a troll that showed up at my house the other day. Last night, actually, I believe it. No, the night before last. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. They are obsessed. They are obsessed. Like it's so bizarre. But I'm not really talking about that. What I'm talking about is why it's like they want bloodshed, they want chaos. And I'm sorry, my spirits are not allowing that in. Yeah, like I could have got pissed and angry and I could have like literally beat her to a bloody pulp on my porch. Yeah. But if you saw the video, you can see that I calmly asked her to leave. I don't want to ever put myself in a position where I'm going to need to shoot somebody. I'd rather keep that energy away from my house. There is no way that I want my children to witness something like that. So for me, it's all about de escalating a situation for real. Very possessed. Yeah. They want bloodshed, and women are running around here acting like Annie Oakley. That they want to be snipers and stuff, and they want to tote guns and shoot guns, and I've never been into it. I've never been into it. Like, how they be at the gun range and stuff. No, thank you. No, thank you. I just want peace and serenity. But you know why I think they doing that, Jen? I don't even really think that sometimes it's possession or being a follower, but then sometimes literally, let me tell y'all something. Sometimes it is literally anger. People have so much anger and aggression. And you know what? I did a very good meditation. It's uploaded on the Witch's Broom channel, by the way. I did a very good meditation for releasing anger and transmuting it. People would rather spend their time meditating on destruction of someone else other than meditating to transmute the anger. There's so many people that have anger inside of them, and that's what it is. It's the anger. It's the rage that people have, and they're looking for, even creating opportunities to release that rage. For me, being a witch and then also using meditation practices as well, it has taught me, like, and I dealt with that years ago. And you know what, honestly, I think it's because I'm a water sign, maybe, that I have a tendency to release my anger. I don't hold on to it, but there's a lot of people that I feel like they've been holding on to anger their entire life. And my childhood was not as bad as some other people, so I understand that. Like, for example, if you had a really traumatic childhood, you probably have anger built up and pent up. I don't know, but I just see a lot of angry people raging in a rage, and they're choosing opportunities to get that out. The problem is that when you have that rage and you direct it towards other people, all you doing is going around in a circle. Because when you direct your anger, your unresolved issues towards people, they're going to feel that. They're going to feel that. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to send that energy back to you. They're not going to take your anger. That's just like if you get into it with somebody and you may have just disagreed with something that they said, and they acting like, and all of a sudden it escalates to, something else. Like, you don't, like the person that is angry, really nothing has happened, right? So I've experienced that. And like, um when it comes to, you were talking about the trolls, if girl, I'll be releasing that anger. First of all, when one of the trolls pisses me off and I go live and I respond, I'm sending their bad energy back to them, is what I'm doing. I refuse to take on somebody else's shit. I feel like I did that my whole life, processing people's negative emotions. And I'm not the processor. I'm not the data processor. And you know what? If I'm gonna be the data processor, I need to get paid for doing it. I'm sorry. People will try to make you their emotional dumping ground. It happens, okay? And they're doing it and they're trying to make it look more sophisticated, but that's basically what it was. So, old girl that showed up, she's got a lot of anger, a lot of resentment, a lot of jealousy, a lot of pain. The way that she transmutes it is she's transmuting it into stalking instead of transmuting it into something positive. So they think of these complex ways to take that anger out on you. Because even though her disposition was kind of nasty, like, me and my oldest son picked up on it immediately, the rage and the anxiety and the fear and the loathing that was in that person. We both picked it up. We picked up on it. And I got angry because I'm an empath. I got angry too, but I had to ground myself and I had to release that. I burned her picture like 5 or 6 times in my black salt. And so I had to get her out, her energy away. Thank God I didn't open up the door. Of course, I wasn't going to open up my door, but yeah. So that's what that's about. And they want, some of them want violence, but some of them just want to take all that anger and all that loathing that they have and they want to mess with your head. So she was one of them kind of sophisticated trolls. Some of these trolls and stalkers, they just let it all out. They want bloodshed. They're very violent. It manifests itself. Their possession is manifesting itself in different ways. All I want to do is go to the lake and plant vegetables and maybe have an orange or an apple tree, which would probably take a long time to grow. I just want to go to the lake and just relax. I don't want no drama. Why do they want drama? Why? Because they're angry. And I'm sorry, I'm not angry about anything. Cause guess what? Even though my childhood wasn't perfect, even though everybody in my life ain't treated me right, I still wake up every day appreciating life. I have appreciation for God, the fact that God woke me up this morning. That's all I know. I don't know nothing else. I start the day off like that. I start my day off like that, being appreciative. I don't even have to say it. Thank God I woke up. Nope. 9 times out of 10, I knew I would wake up. But it's just the point that some people wake up and they just don't really understand the blessing, that basic blessing all day. So I can't wait. It's getting ready to happen. Oh my God, it's getting ready to happen. I feel it. The people been discouraging me. You ain't gonna get no lake house, and it's like, well, I want it, so I'm definitely gonna get it. But you know, just to wake up every day and just to be in a relaxed state of being, it's gonna add years to my life too. All these people that are caught up in all of this drama, yelling and screaming. Oh my God, I hate that. Them people. It seems like they not gonna live long. It seems like they don't want to live. You know what I'm saying? So and like I'm not. I just would never. I'm not gonna jump in front of a gun. I'm not gonna fight anybody. I don't have any anger inside of me. To me, nobody is worth that. Like, if I had to fight to protect my children, yeah, that's a different story, but I don't have to fight to protect my children. I don't have to fight nobody. I typically don't put myself in that situation to have to do that, because I think that people that have anger inside of them that's unresolved, they tend to look for trouble and even create trouble with other people. And I'm very careful with folks like that, because there's no way that I'm going to go to jail for somebody else. I'm like, it's almost scary to the point where you're watching the zombie apocalypse. People are, and especially women, there's nothing soft about them. There's nothing nurturing about them. You know what I'm saying? They want to be very aggressive. I don't want to. And you know what? I'm going to tell y'all something. People kind of see me as aggressive, but I'm not. I'm not aggressive at all. Defensive, yes. I've had to be on the defense to defend myself. But as far as being an aggressive woman, I am not. Like, the past several years, if nobody had ever started doing those off the wall things to me, they would have never heard a peep out of me. And that's the God to honest truth. I don't have it in me. It's not that, because a lot of people equate that as being powerful. You can have a lot of power and have a quiet strength. You don't have to be yelling and screaming and threatening to murder people. And, and I don't like it. Once I do move away from this house and get to the lake, I don't want to say that a whole new personality is going to come out, because it's already who I am, but I'm going to be able to live within my truth completely, like all the time. Just, just go, just because I had looked at this one house over in Lilburn, uh, like 3 or 4 years ago. I loved that house. But then when I went back, y'all know that that the landlord, whoever owned that house, they had let the roof go, and that house was filled with mold. Oh my God, it even smelled like mold. I was like, wow. But anyway, it was like a beautiful view of Lake Lucerne from the living room and the master bedroom and one of the second bedrooms. It was just like a gorgeous view. Like waking up to that water. Oh my God, peace and serenity. I don't want to argue with nobody. I don't care about making somebody feel bad. It's not a jigsaw puzzle, just a nice, simple life, drama free. I don't want drama. In fact, when I get to the lake, if somebody comes to my house to visit me, like a friend of mine, and they have some kind of drama, or like something going on within them or inside of them, I'm going to tell them to step out on the back porch and look at the lake and let that water heal them. Don't bring that in my house. I don't want no hate in my house. I don't want it. It's exactly how my life is supposed to be. And I've been dealing with trolls and stalkers online for years, but I always am able to find that serenity every single day. I make sure that I can find that serenity, cuz really, to me, I'm going to tell y'all something straight up and down. I have done rituals that has greatly resembled voodoo before. Not even necessarily hoodoo, but voodoo. And those rituals are nice, but at the end of a ritual, you should be able to find that peace within yourself, because whatever the problem was, you were able to transmute it to bring you peace, or either that other person peace. Or if that other person didn't choose that peace and serenity, then at least you got it. But a lot of my rituals, my best manifestation rituals are when I am kicked back, relaxed, not arguing with nobody, and it just manifests. I honestly, I don't think that a lot of people even really know what manifestation is. I could never be that person that comes on here raising hell and people are going to donate to me for raising hell. It's never happened. I have argued back and forth with trolls and stalkers. I ain't never got paid for that. It don't put no money in my pocket. When I do my rituals and stuff, even my exorcisms are not bloody and messy, right? They're not. Maybe some salt. You may see some salt on my floor from where I may have, dumped some salt. But otherwise, I can't do it. And a lot of people that have that rage and that anger inside of them, it is very, very difficult. Like, even if they, just take a vacation to the lake, it's very difficult for them to just kind of sit back and relax And I deserve that. I'm gonna tell y'all why I deserve a lake house. Um, I have been through some things in my life. I've never been able to take a vacation ever. And I'm not talking about a vacation away from my kids. Because if I ever went on vacation, if I ever go on vacation, I'm taking my children with me. Okay? I am. Because I feel like they deserve that too. You know what I'm saying? And because my children have never been on vacation with me. And that is so sad. It is, but it'll happen. Eventually, we'll make it to Disneyland. They'll be older, but I will make it there. Okay? But it seemed like my whole life, I was constantly just processing people's negativity. And, like, for example, with my third child, it was so much going on in my life that I went back to work. I left her with her father. We were living together. And I went back to work when she was like 2.5 weeks old for exactly 1 week. And I got sick as a dog. My spirit said, take your ass home. I wasn't even practicing then. My spirit said, take your ass home. I got real sick and I had to go home with my baby. So, I was working at the IRS then. That was 20 something years. That's 20 years ago. And so it seemed like I still like, and it seemed like certain people just want to keep me in that hell. Like, fuck no, you're not gonna do it. No, no, you're not gonna do it. You're not gonna deny me. My whole life, I did nothing but sacrifice myself for others. I deserve something. I deserve something. You know what I mean? Seemed like my whole life I couldn't do something that I wanted to do. I wasn't able to do it because somebody else wanted me to do something different. And that willpower and that strength is inside of me. But when it comes a time where people are trying to tell me that as a grown woman, I can't have those things. No, people trying to treat me like a child, telling me I can't have what I want. Instead of me going off about it, I'm going to transmute it. I don't have to beg. I don't have to ask because whatever I want to manifest, it's my life. And yeah, I've been surrounded around controlling people. I didn't even realize these people were trying to control my life until it was time for me to really branch off and spread my wings. And I realized, wow, it's people out there that really want to control me. So, I will, I will have that peace and serenity and can't nobody take that away from me. That's why I don't fit in nowhere. Yep, I'm a social outcast. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Because that evil spirit almost made me go live from my other channel and just to like no, not go live, but use that stalker, her picture on my avatar on my other channel. But why would I do that? Why would I do that? In fact, the video that I made about it, I had put it on private, but then I unprivatized it. I'm just gonna delete it. I don't want to do it. I don't care if nobody in social media understands me and they think, oh, she just don't know how to do this. She just, no, I'm just doing it differently. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm getting the same result, but only I'm doing it differently than you. So I don't have to do what you do. I don't feel the need to, oh, like I already overcame that enemy. I already overcame what she was trying to do. I don't need to carry her picture around as a fucking trophy. And I'm not going to do it. In fact, what I'm going to do is forget that person's ugly ass face, is what I'm going to do. Okay. I'm going to forget their face. That's how I feel about it. Feel like when you get to be my age, let me tell you something. Who wants to waste time? I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. Like I don't want to be that. I hate that. I don't like it. The culture on YouTube and what everybody does, I don't want to be like everybody. I want to be like myself. And you know what? I don't care if when I get to that lake and ain't nobody there but my children or one other person or a friend of mine comes by every now and then. I'm good with that. I don't need to have a cheering squad, you know what I'm saying, or my coven. If you and you know, I'm nervous about doing that too, though, because but I think that there are certain things that the people that I've chosen so far for my coven to where I know I could trust them. But it ain't gonna be, I'm not gonna be inviting people out right away, because I need at least a year to just relax. When once I move, I am gonna be in social media. I'm gonna go live as soon as I'm at the lake. I sure am. I sure am. I'm gonna make a video as soon as I get there, and I'll still be in social media doing my thing, but I need that lake to help process my own emotions, especially with what I'm dealing with. You know? And I'm sick and tired of, like, I wish that not one time, if I could go back and change it, if I could literally go back and change it, I would have never told one soul that I'm going to curse them. It's not worth it. Yeah, they're going to be cursed for doing things to me because they're already cursed. Okay. But I don't have to say it. I don't have to say it. I don't want to talk like that. I don't want to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that ignorance. You know? And if they call that self improvement as trying to act white, I guess to me, it's just self improvement. To me, whatever. I'm and I, I'm cool with a lot of different people. But all that, yeah, nigga, nigga, and all that, I'm so sick. I'm so sick of it. I'm sick of it. When I hear certain people talk, it just makes me. And it ain't that I dislike or hate people. I don't. I don't hate you. I don't know. I don't. It's like you stuck in a time capsule. You know what I'm saying? They're stuck in a time capsule, like they're stuck in a bad rap video or something. I don't want to deal with it. You know. And when they do that one thing, when they cussing somebody out and they got bars and stuff, excuse my language, when they say, you stupid ass, bitch ass, something ass, stupid ass, something ass, nigga. I die inside. I die inside every time. Like, oh my God, please don't do it. They start rolling with it, you know and I feel like the older you get, like, because when I was younger, in my younger years, I listened to rap music a lot. And I always knew that I would be an older person that came from that generation of rap music. But as far as the way that I speak and the way that I express myself, I don't have to express myself like I'm rapping. Not even rappers do that. When you see rappers, they're talking normal. Ain't that funny? Ain't that funny how rappers, they'll make a song that is just really cliche for black people, right? But when you hear them speak or interview, they speak very intelligently and eloquently. They're speaking, you know, proper English. But you got some people that apparently were influenced by rap and they just talk like that all the time. Ain't that weird? I'm sick of it, y'all. I'm sick of it. I'm done with it. And that's what they call black culture. And you're not supposed to ever grow up. You're not supposed to ever mature. You know, tired of it. Tired of the ignorance. Tired of the ignorant talk. I'm tired of it. That has nothing to do with curse words either. Yeah, I have a cussing problem, but I'll cuss you out in a proper tone. I don't have to sound ignorant when I speak, and I'm tired of it, and to be expected to speak that way and to have to bring yourself down to that level. To me, I'm not going to do it anymore because that doesn't say, oh, I'm powerful. Speaking like a street thug, what power is in that? What real actual power is in speaking like a street thug? Except for people looking at you and identifying you as being very ignorant. And I've never spoken that way. But it seems like, and that's one of the like I feel like I'm purging this social media stuff because there's so many of them doing it, and it's almost like you're sort of forced in this box with them, and I don't want to be in that box with them. Everybody trying to everybody trying to be hard, everybody trying to be hardcore, but in reality they scared to death. That saying that the person that's talking the loudest is the scariest, and they are. So the reason why they carry that disposition is because they want to intimidate people because they're actually afraid. And I can't do it. I gotta, anyway. I didn't plan on being here this long. I'ma go. Y'all now. I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. I'm gonna remind y'all something real quick. And this helps me every day. And you know what? I don't really gaze at it as much as you think I would. But y'all see that? That's in my bedroom. That's what I wake up to every day. I wish I could face it the other way. That's what I wake up and look at every single day, this tapestry. And so this helps my psyche a lot of the times. And so I'm training myself to, when something irritates me, to just look at that and to go into that place of serenity. Because for some odd reason, ever since I moved into this house, you know, even though it's an older, very humble home, it has brought a lot of jealousy and hatred, even from my people in my own community. And I just want to not be away from my kids. No, I just want to be alone. I just want to be in a space where I don't have to be touched by those people or hear them. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously. Anyway, yeah, that's what I do. I have to turn to the side, and then that way I can just get my little view or whatever. And it brings me a lot of peace. I could have got a more colorful one that probably would have been good because it's like a vision board that I have. And then I have my Lilith altar right up underneath it. And then my Boon altar is over there. You know, I don't want to do it. I don't want to feel like I'm in a Bad Boys in the Hood movie. I don't want to, I don't, I just, I don't want to do it, you know? And I've literally told people that are like that, just forget I existed. Why can't you forget I exist? And so I see why people fake their death. Sometimes I believe Tupac might have done it. Let me get away from here. Let me go somewhere. I don't want to put up with it. I don't want to do it. Just leave me. Just leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? Leave me alone with that ignorance because it's stressful. It's stressful. Anyway, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Oh, one last thing before I go. Why in the world would you go and take the path of a witch if you can't fight those battles that you're having, right? So a lot of people will say, well, I feel like I'm being discriminated against, or I feel like this, or I feel like that. But you're either working with a witch or you are a witch. So why are you still at war? You might as well not even be practicing if you can't find some kind of peace out of that chaos. So that's another thing I don't understand. I don't understand why people practice the craft when all they do is they're just still angry about the same thing. Or they let the same things anger them and get them to the point where, you know, they're not in a good place. What's the point? What's the purpose? Okay, I just dealt with some discrimination last month. And yeah, I had to do some craziness in ritual. But it was more like a quiet craziness. You know what I'm saying? It was you know, what is the point? What is the purpose when you're still doing it the other way? And I have to ask myself that question too. I have to give myself my own advice. Sometimes you have to cry about things that make you feel emotional or you have to release something. But at the end of the day, you're a witch. So fix it. Do something about it. Make sure that it doesn't afflict you in that way to where you're angry and resentful. And so that's what I'm working on. You know, just that place of peace and nirvana just because I don't want to go through it. I don't. And no, I ain't had no heart attack or no stroke or nothing like that. That's not why I'm saying it. It's just that I want to prevent a heart attack or a stroke because you never know something that you might be yelling and screaming about. Next thing you know, you falling out of a heart attack because you yelling and screaming about something that why couldn't you transmute it? Why couldn't you say, you know what, I'm going to choose to not let this have power over me today or no other day because my peace and my serenity is what's important. Anyway, it's a lot of people that ain't gonna understand that because they just love chaos and craziness. But I don't. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud of being quiet. I'm proud of being silent. I'm proud of that, right? Okay, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good one. Bye.